And we're live. Okay, everyone, welcome to our event today. We're going to learning how to import high quality products for less than factory cost, generate massive residual profits every month, and selling on Amazon. I'm Elias, and I want to welcome everyone today to today's webinar. We have over 1,000 people registered for this webinar. Huge interest with Amazon now that Amazon is upon us. So I just wanted to welcome everyone here. We're going to be starting. We're going to wait just 30 seconds for everyone to just log in, and then we're going to get started. But what I want to do now, I want everyone to just type in the chat box, hello, where are you from? So I'm just going to put a message here in the chat box. Hello, where are you from? Could you also just let me know, can you hear me okay? And can you see me okay? How is the sound? How are the visuals? If you can hear me, of course, just type in where you're from so I can see that. Awesome. Byron Bay. Sandra is from Byron Bay. Sada from Canberra. Rachel from New Zealand. Tatiana from Melbourne. Loisa from Sydney. Chirag from Perth. Cameron from Blue Mountains. Love the Blue Mountains. Tony from Melbourne. Anna. Zlato. Darren. James. Darren. Okay, awesome. All good. Clear. 10 out of 10. All right, so cool. So that is the sound check done. So I'm just going through my list. Now, next thing I just need to let you know is that this is live. So everything that you see is happening now is happening now, except for a 30-second delay. So you might see quizzes and things popping up with a bit of a delay. Just so you know, I'm a very generous, fun person. There are going to be gifts for participation, right? So the way it works during my webinars is I have a Sharpie here, and I'm going to ask for one thing and one thing only, okay? What I'm going to ask is that for the next 45 minutes, you give me this, okay? You give me 100% of your energy, your participation, your love, attention. Close that browser, that browser, that browser, that browser. Our software knows if you are browsing other things as opposed to webinar. You give me 100%, then I'm going to give you this, okay? I'm going to give you 1,000%. So it's 10 to 1 on your attention. So there's going to be prizes. We're going to go for about 45 minutes. At the 45-minute mark, we're going to be running a quiz for all of you. Also, just to let you know that there is going to be a Q&A after the quiz, which will be in 50 minutes. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is get a pen and paper if you're here right now. And what I'm going to do is get you to write the numbers 1, 2, and 3 on your page like I have, like this. Okay, and here's where you're going to write your question and your next question and your next question. And when the quiz comes, the Q&A comes at the end, that's where you get to ask all your questions and get them answered. But I want your questions on paper, not necessarily in the chat box just now, because I need to cover the material. And also, for staying till the end, which will be in about 50 minutes from now, every single one of you are going to get a gift that is valued at $47 that you do have to pay nothing for, just for staying. And it is going to actually be a summary of today's webinar. So if you missed out on some of the content, because I go quite quickly, and you want to come and read it later, you're going to get a summary of it, but stay till the end. So that's it. Wonderful. And we are ready to go. So, yeah, welcome everyone to today's webinar. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be sharing the screen with you. So I just click here. I'm going to talk about the 7 steps to importing from China to profitably, how you can make money working from home selling on Amazon, the #1 reason why most people who start importing from China get ripped off, and also the importance of having the right team of experts to help you every step of the way. Laura's saying the summary is fantastic. No problem, Laura. That's coming at the end. So a little bit about who we are. So for those who don't know me, my name is Elias, and I am the founder of the A to Z formula, which is going to show you exactly how to buy low and sell high. I've been in this education teaching people how to buy low, sell high for the last 9 years, since 2009. I've been sponsored by the Hong Kong Trade Development Council, I've spoken as a keynote speaker for Global Sources, one of the world's largest trade bodies in Dubai, Miami, and Hong Kong. I've spoken for Austrade. I've imported hundreds of different products, sold them on Amazon, eBay, e-commerce, and I've sold over $10 million worth of products that I've imported from China. So that's why I'm qualified. I've been featured in the Importing Done Right series. This is me that was the Sydney Morning Herald, the Melbourne Age, and of course the Kerry Ann Show. I've been a speaker for Global Sources and for Austrade. So what I want to do is we're going to go on a little bit of an adventure today. So I want to ask you if any of you have ever wondered what it's like to live the import. Yep, awesome. So whatever you know what it's like to work from home, run your own successful importing business on your own terms without a boss telling you what to do. Have you wondered what it's like to travel the world, visit trade shows, and strike deals with factories for a fraction of what it would cost in Australia, and also, what it's like to have an extra $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 of residual income in your account every month from deals you've already struck. So what is a successful Amazon business? Well, it's one where you buy low and sell high. It's one with no employees, no boss. You just need a laptop. It's one that creates residual income. And it's a business where you travel the world, live the lifestyle of your dreams, and create wealth and financial freedom for yourself and your family and for generations to come. So what we're going to talk about now is the opportunity. And the opportunity is absolutely massive. Awesome. So the opportunity is now. And what's happened is technology has made it easier than ever to do. See, when my dad started in the importing in the 70s and 80s, he taught me how to do it. You couldn't just go on Global Sources or Made in China or Alibaba.com. Yeah, the problem was back then that you had to use a fax machine, and that's how it was all done. Also, importing is now a trillion-dollar industry. What does that mean? Right? It is absolutely massive. So I'm going to have the first question today. The first question I'm going to ask you is, and there's a prize for this one, is how many billion in $1 trillion? So first one to get it right, how many billion in $1 trillion? Importing is a $1 trillion industry. So you guys tell me how many billion is in $1 trillion. So that's up for grabs. The first person to get that right will get a prize. And the first answer came from Dan, who wrote 1,000. Wonderful. Good job. Dan got it right. There is 1,000 billion in $1 trillion. That is how big. I can see 1,000. Christy says 10. Predict says 1,000. Anna, but Dan got it first. Dan, congratulations, my friend. You have earned yourself a copy of the hottest Amazon products to import directly from China. I was in China just recently in a city called Yiwu, finding hot products for my own Amazon store, and I came across some really cool ones, which I put in this series, which we do charge $97 for. You got it because you're the first one. So everyone say congratulations, Dan, or well done, Dan, for getting it first. So the other cool thing is Chinese factories all have English-speaking employees, so communication's easy. And everything's made in China. And the Amazon opportunity is upon us. Like, this is something that is, if you're here now, you know that about this timing. You've read about it in the newspapers. You've heard about it on the television. It is now the time to strike. And the other cool thing is I'm now accepting students in Australia for our next boot camp to help jumpstart and accelerate the success. A little bit more on that later and how we could potentially work together if that's something that excites you. But let's talk about it. So let's go back in time to the first announcement that we knew that Amazon was coming. So Amazon, back in 2017 on August 3rd, Amazon will bring hundreds of jobs to Melbourne with the first opening of its Australian fulfillment centre in Dandenong South. So the e-commerce giant has announced that the location, and it's been in seek.com.au. People could tell that people are really, really excited, and the jobs are being offered. So absolutely incredible. But the other cool thing is this, is that if you go and you look at all of the money that is spent, right, on Amazon right now, or spent online in, say, the USA, every online dollar not services, not flights, accommodation, but products. Out of every $2, $1 is spent on Amazon, which means Amazon's a perfect place to start. Absolutely incredible stuff. And look at this. There are 244 million active users on Amazon, which is a colossal number. If you think about it, there is now, think about 10% of that is the Australian population. So you times Australia's population by 10, that is the people that you can sell to. Also, if you go back to 2016, right, there was 180 billion spent on Amazon, which is $500 million a day. Jeff Bezos has just been cracked the $100 billion mark, and he's set again to be the richest man in the world. Have a look at this. The way Amazon does it is they broke it down to a fine art. It's a fine art. They now use robots in the warehouses to get your products to you. I want to show you this as well. This is my favorite slide of the day. Second favorite slide. Look how big this is. This is one of Amazon's warehouses. So it's absolutely bloody massive, right? The Amazon warehouse, absolutely incredible, right? Have a look at this. This is one of them. Now have a look at this one here. Bam, right? Absolutely nuts. Just how big this opportunity is. Awesome. Okay, cool. So have a look at that. Who thinks this is exciting? Who thinks this opportunity, right, in Amazon is just absolutely amazing and mind-blogging? I cannot believe just the size of this. It just absolutely blows the mind. Imagine, look at this little area here, right? Imagine that's just your products, right? That's enough to pay for your entire kid's private school education or whatever it is. Absolutely incredible, right? And a little bit about us. So who are we? So we're the A to Z formula, and what we do is we train ordinary people who are frustrated with their jobs or frustrated with where they're at in life, and show them how to become Amazon sellers. And the reason why we do this is that we're Amazon sellers ourselves. We know how the game works, and we know how to make you successful without actually having to make the mistakes that other people make. And what we are is really is a research-based organization. So we provide our students, our members, our clients, whatever you want to call our people who we work with some of the coolest strategies and research about, you know, how to be successful importing and selling on Amazon, right? So some of the things you might want to know what a hot product is or what a successful product is. You might want to know if the product you're bringing in is going to A, make margin, B, actually have volume and not just sit on the self-gathering just, and C, whether or not it can actually go and break into the Amazon market, or whether your niche will have too much competition. The other thing is that we are a resource-based organization. So we provide our members with the resources that they need to import directly from China, with to get high quality products at the lowest possible price. We give you the shipping agent, we give you the customs agent, we give you the all of the things that you need, like a currency exchange broker. All these things are absolutely crucial for you to be successful. So we give you that. And the way we do it is that we are a networking organization of importers with importation in mind. And we do this through a cooperative approach. And we believe in a strength in numbers. If you have a look, there's over 1,000 people registered for this webinar. And what we do is on webinars just like this, we meet people, we allow them to apply for our programs. We interview them, we find out who the cool people are, who the positive people are, who the people who are really excited and enthused about this. And the ones who have the right energy are the ones that we end up working with directly to help them build the business. And we do this face-to-face. You get to meet me and all of my other coaches at our 2-day live event, the Ultimate Importers Workshop. It is an invitation-only event, right? And you need to apply for it. If that's something you want to do, then you have that opportunity to do that at the end of today. If you're not interested in applying and having that chat about what we can do for you, that is totally up to you. But just so you know what's involved, and I like to do this up front so everyone knows exactly what the investments are, is that at the event, it's the experience, the ultimate 2 days live boot camp. This is me here with all of our students. And At the event, you're going to stay on top of the latest cutting-edge trends whilst connecting with, potential business partners. You're going to learn from expert marketers, shipping agents, customs agents, warehousing providers. They're all going to be there, customs brokers, and of course, marketers that are selling on Amazon. Successful students of ours that are selling on Amazon will be there. The investment for the program is $4,997. That is for the full program with all the things that we're going to share with you as we go through today's webinar. Our view is that you pay once, you cry once, you get the benefit forever. And when you come on board today, and by simply filling out the application, you get to bring a partner for free. That's a life partner, a cuddle partner, your best friend, or your business partner, anyone who will help you with the business. Now, if you can't make the workshop dates, and we'll discuss that a little bit later, then of course you get a recording of it. Now, just to be clear, no money exchanges hands today. There is nothing for sale on this webinar. All we're doing is giving you guys some awesome information. And if you're interested at the end, we'll give you the opportunity to apply. And what we're doing is out of the applications and the people that apply, we're picking 27. And if you have a look, there's over 200 people here today that we're actually going to be choosing. The reason why we do this, and you have a look at the numbers here, we do keep the numbers small, is we just want to work with people who we know are the right fit, right? And we have a policy of picking people with the right energy, who are ready to go, who have a partner who's supportive, but also really, really want to earn financial freedom, right? So that's how it's done. And again, no money exchanges hands today. You'll be allowed to apply. Now, a little bit about the event and how it works is there's going to be, it's on a Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be held in Sydney, in the city. And what we encourage people to do is to fly in on a Friday night, get some rest, no partying with your friends. We start sharp at the event, at the location at 9 o'clock on the Saturday. We go through till 5 p.m. on the Saturday, learning the step-by-step process of importing successfully, getting high-quality products at the lowest possible price. And at night on the Saturday, we have a special surprise for you. I'm not going to tell you what the surprise is, because I'm not going to ruin it. And on the Sunday, we go from 9 to 5. You meet Amazon sellers, people who are successful, who are doing this day in, day out, who've been in the program just at a generation before you, or a section intake before you. It's a networking event. It's practicable. It's actionable. It's step-by-step. We're going to do role-playing, show you how to find the best deals. It's a fast start guide to making money quickly. You can do this program, come to our workshop within 30 days, have your Amazon business up and running. We've had thousands of importers. We keep our numbers small. We take 27 people in a webinar like this over the course of a year, right? We'll limit it usually to about 300 people. We've done this for 10 years. So we've had a few thousand people since day one in 2009, right? And it's from beginners to experience. And anyone who's been here absolutely loves it, says it's one of the best events. Now, the program itself is guaranteed to get you a result, and we'll talk about that later. And the reason why we have a guarantee is that we are picky with who we work with. So we know the people we choose will be successful, and we guarantee the results for the right applicants. So my happiest memory, what I want to do now is just share with you a story about my favorite moment ever. And what this was is this. See, my dad was successful in importing because he had help. He had my Uncle Julian. And my Uncle Julian was Chinese. He was from Hong Kong, right? And my dad would always just import what my Uncle Julian told him to from China. And my dad and my Uncle Julian made millions in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And Dad would, import the product to our shop that was in a little suburb called Waverley in Sydney. And Dad would have customers lining out the door. And one day, Uncle Julian, when I was an 8-year-old boy, he said, "Bring Brendan to China." So I went with my mum and dad to China. And my Uncle Julian says, "Hey, Brendan, I've got this room filled with toys, and you can pick any one toy you want. Grab your pen and paper, write this word down, samples." It wasn't a toy room, it was a sample room. And the reason why I want to bring in samples is if you have a sample, you can tell if a factory is good quality or crap quality, and whether you want to work with them or not. But you can also show potential customers. Let them touch it, taste it, feel it, and see if they want to import this item. Absolutely incredible and powerful stuff, but you'll be surprised how many people bugger it up and don't even import a sample. So Uncle Julian says you can have any toy you want. So I walk in, and there's this room that's shelf after shelf after shelf, stacked high to the ceiling, filled with different samples, different products. And normally, a kid would be paralyzed with one choice out of so many, but it's like I had help from above. It was like light was shining down from heaven, angels were singing, ah. And I reached onto one of the shelves and I grabbed the product off the shelf, and that product, of course, was Donkey Kong. And I play with it morning, noon, and night. Absolutely incredible. And I wouldn't let go of the Donkey Kong game. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to sleep. I didn't want to even use the bathroom. You name it, I was just playing Donkey Kong. And my mum and dad were so impressed with my love for Donkey Kong, they saw an opportunity. And I'm very blessed and privileged to share with you the fact that my mum and dad, Nat and Vivian Elias, were the first importers to bring Donkey Kong into Australia. And they supplied everyone. Harvey Norman, before it was called Harvey Norman, it was called Norman Ross. JB Hi-Fi, before it was JB Hi-Fi, sorry, they didn't do JB Hi-Fi, they did the Gamesmen, and they did Retrovision. JB Hi-Fi wasn't around then. And they also supplied all the markets in Victoria and in Sydney. So they were, very, very big importers. So how do I get started? Just so you can understand how you get started, I needed a mentor. I was excited by this opportunity, but I was a bit scared. So I asked my Uncle Julian to help me with this. And I asked my Uncle Julian, to help me, and he was my mentor. But, I had to make that investment, to do this. So I paid for flights and accommodation in the famous China Canton Fair. And here's what I learned, right, when I went with my uncle who taught me the game, right? Firstly, what I learned was that China was an absolutely massive place. Check this out. This is one of the halls at the China Canton Fair, right? Each hall's the size of 4 football fields, and there were 41 halls at the last Canton Fair. Absolutely amazing. And I also learned it was the best decision I ever made to have a mentor and a guide show me. Because my Uncle Julian, he showed me how to choose hot products. He showed me how to negotiate great deals with suppliers. He showed me how to get quality products. I went all around China to all these wonderful places. And I went to Beijing to study Chinese contract law because I want to learn how to lock a factory into a contract. Let me ask you a question, guys. Who thinks it would be important? Who thinks it would be important to lock a factory into a contract? Who thinks that would be valuable? Say I or me or yes. Go type that in if you would like to know the power of locking a factory into a contract. Again, I just want to remind everyone that Dan won the prize of the hottest products you can import right now. Well done, Dan. What I'm going to do, let me ask you this question, is who else would like a copy of the awesome product that Dan won, the hottest products to import from China? If you would like that, what you need to do to pre-register your interest in getting that, say me, or say I, or say yes, or say hot products. Type that in now. If you type that in now, then you'll be eligible to learn a little bit later. And I'm going to give you a quiz, but you have to type that in now to get it. So I also went to Guangzhou, where the famous Canton Fair is. So that's somewhere you might want to go to, right? I went to Hong Kong. And I want to point out that most people don't know the secret sauce. And the secret sauce is a city called Yiwu, Y-I-W-U, right here, Yiwu. And that's just here south of Shanghai. And that is where I go to find my products, where I send my fast-track students to find their products, and we import directly from Yiwu. And this is the hottest thing right now that no one knows about. So my very first deal, get ready, guys, to win your prize. Okay, I promised you you'd get it. Now, you had to write me or I if you want the hot product. It doesn't count if you don't. Okay. I bought 100 DVD players. This is before Blu-ray players, right? So the first thing I did was DVD players. I bought 100 of them this is going back to 2001. My first deal ever, so you know what I sold. I bought $3,000 worth of DVD players. I made $8,000, so I made $5,000 profit in my first month. Okay, now the question is this. Okay, and now only those who've said yes, I want, or hot products, this is your last chance to say me or I or hot products. Only those who say that will get it, and you have to get the question right. Okay, so those two things. So the question I have for you is, what did I do with my $5,000? Did I go to Las Vegas, stay in the Bellagio Hotel, and put it all on 13? Did I go to Hawaii, book a helicopter tour of the big volcano? What did I do with my $5,000? So go ahead. I'll give you guys some time to answer that. And the answers are coming in. The first person to get it right was Sabrina, correct. Robert got it right. Babak, Arun, Mazin, Duncan, Lucas, Win got it. Kate got it. Hot product. Yep. Helen got it. Wonderful. Look at all these guys. Type it in, right? Type it in. I'll give you another 10 seconds or so to do that, and I'll explain how you can claim your prize. Okay, awesome. So congratulations for all those who get it right. You guys also get a copy of that. So here is the Amazon Hot Product Series link. Now, what I'm going to send you this link, and I'm going to tell you that this is an honesty system. You're only allowed to click the link if you said that you wanted it and that you got the question right. So here it is. It's an honor system. Click the access now if you want a copy of that. Remember, it's an honesty system, and karma rules will apply. Now, remember, everyone else who didn't get it right, you still get the consolation prize. At the end of today, you guys are going to get a copy of my $47 book, which is the 7 Steps Importing from China, which has a summary of today. So if you've missed or you've come late, you're going to get a summary of today in about 20 minutes right after we do the Q&A. So here was my day. I'd get up from days I didn't have university because I did everything while I did a law degree, right? And I would put stamps in envelope. Why? Because my customers had bought off me back on eBay at the time. We've now secretly, in the last, few years, we moved all our products across, and now we are selling primarily on Amazon. eBay is still a place to make money. I still sell products on eBay, but Amazon is where it's at. And I'd go to the post box and I'd post products to my customers, and then I'd go to the beach. And I live in Bondi Beach in Sydney. I grew up in Coogee Beach, 2 beaches down, and and why I say that is that not to impress you that I'm the guy who goes to the beach, and I went to the beach today, but because this lifestyle that you're seeking of being able to not have a boss tell you what to do, be able to wake up when you want, and still have the success and the income is available to all of you, right, if you're serious about it. And that is why we have an application process. That is why we don't take any money on webinars like this. We simply allow you to apply so we can have a chat with you. And if we know that you've got what it takes, we will let you know and invite you. And that's how it is. Okay? Wonderful. So let's move on. Now, my dream was to bring in one of these. It's a 40-foot container. Now, you're not going to start with a 40-foot container. You're going to start shipping by air, right? So write that down, ship by air. You'll start with a 40, then move to a 20-foot container, and then move to a 40-foot container after maybe 6, 9, 12 months. And this is me in my first warehouse in my office. And the thing was, this is, all you need to have an office is this is my old computer with the casino chips. This computer screen cost $2,000 back in 2001. You couldn't give that away then. This is me pretending to study my law books because I wasn't studying once I knew I could make more money as an importer, right? And this is me put on a little bit of weight since then, but probably lost a little bit of my hair, but I'm still smiling, okay? So I hope that counts something. And you just need a warehouse and an office, right? So the office is the easy bit as long as you have a computer, a mobile phone. Now, the warehouse used to be the hard bit, but thanks to Amazon and FBA, write that down, FBA, Amazon will now store your goods for you in their warehouse and ship it directly to the customer. So they give you the customer, they collect the money and process it on your behalf, they pay you fortnightly, and then they hold it and ship it out. So you really don't have much to do, right? Absolutely incredible. Now, if anyone has questions, remember I told you to write 1, 2, 3 on your page, and in 15 minutes we're going to have the quiz, and in 20 minutes we're going to have a Q&A, and then after that you're all going to get the gift of the book as the prize for staying till the end. Here's an example of sales revenue going back to a period of time right before Christmas. Now, this is a better than typical week because it's right before Christmas. So what I want to show you is if you learn to do this properly, you can have amazing Christmases. But the way you do it is by having multiple products. So this is ATV02 quad bike, GS01 dirt bike, GSM05 the Samurai pocket bike. Samurai is a brand name. I recommend you put your own brand name on your products, right? That's called private labeling or OEM. And I even did a thing where I would create my own competition, right? Where I'd have a Samurai and a Diablo and have 2 competitions going head to head. It's just like Duracell and Energizer, right? It's the same company, but you think it's different brands, so you buy more. Absolutely incredible. And here's a model that we teach, and this is a quote that the Australian Financial Review wrote about the business model that we teach at our A to Z formula seminars, right? So we don't see the goods. You don't see the goods. You don't see the customers. You don't even see the money. It just appears in your bank account. Well, why is that? You don't see the customers. The reason why you don't see the customers is that the customers are buying off you online, right? You don't see the goods because they're sent directly to Amazon's warehouse, and you don't even see the money because Amazon collects on your behalf. And that's it. That's the model we teach. And how do we do it? Very simple. We cut out the retailer, the wholesaler, the importing agent, and we go directly to the customer. Bang, bang. We don't buy from a retail. We don't go to Jerry Harvey and buy from Harvey Norman. We don't buy from our true Aussie wholesaler, and we don't buy from our Aussie manufacturer. If you want to make the serious money, you import it directly from China, right from the factory in China, and you sell it to the customer, right? And that's how we do it. And the cool thing is, guys, if you've never done this before, you don't know what to import, you don't know anything, right? Then the coolest thing is very simple, is that importing is just a formula. If one person can do it, another can do it. And I have three passions in life. I love importing, I love teaching, and I love helping others, right? And this is one of the workshops that we've held recently at our event location in Sydney. And what I can say to you, if you guys are serious about this, you can do very well, and you can come join us, and you'll have the opportunity to apply today and take one of the 27 spots available out of the over 200 people in the webinar today to join us. And one thing I just want to tell you is that importing is freedom. It's financial freedom, it's emotional freedom, and it's freedom to do what you want when you want on your own terms. Look, it's $1 trillion industry, and we have the formula to make it work for you. But look, I just want to be clear, it's not for everyone. If you're here and you're skeptical and you've got all these things running through your head, or, will this work for me? Will this not work for me? Look, by the end of today's webinar, you are not extremely excited by the idea of finding your own quality product, putting your own label in it and selling it on Amazon and collecting the benefits of that, and you're not more excited than that than having the job you have right now, it's probably better you don't apply. It's probably better we don't work together, because we probably won't be able to get a result for you. But for those of you who are serious and committed to making a change, we are probably the people who are most able to help you do that. So you'll have the opportunity a little bit later. But now what we're going to do, we're going to have a little bit of a quiz. This is the first quiz. There's going to be another quiz a little bit later. And what I want to do is I'm going to take a little bit of a survey. So I want you to tell me what your biggest importing problem is. What is it that's stopping you? What do you maybe need help with, or guidance with, or coaching with to get a result? So who doesn't know what to import from China? Click the box that says that. Who doesn't know if the product is going to be hot? Who doesn't know how to get good quality? Who doesn't know how to not get ripped off? Who doesn't know how to ship the goods? Who doesn't know how to sell the goods? Who doesn't know all the rules, the laws, the regulations surrounding importing from China? So there's a poll. I can see that here. I'm going to have a sip of water. I'll give you guys 10 seconds. All this talking is making me thirsty. Oh, delicious. You don't know if that's water or vodka, do you? Right? I could be drinking absolutely anything right now, and you would have no clue. This is one of the reasons why I love webinars. Wonderful. So, awesome. Cool. So I'm going to end the poll in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and end poll. So what we see is that 30% of you don't know the rules and regulations surrounding importing. That is very common. That is why we give you a customs agent to help you. If you're part of the program, you don't know what to import. That is why we have a 3-step checklist, which you learn. It's actually in lesson 5 of the modules of the membership site. Don't know how the product's hot. That's why you have to check out BSR. We'll talk about that. Quality control, you need our inspection team. Pardon me. The inspection team on the ground in China. Right, how not to get ripped off. You need templates to contact the factories. You need a shipping agent. And for marketing, you need to know how to sell on Amazon. And the way we achieve this and the way we get these results consistently, and I use that word deliberately, with our students, is that we give them access to the Ultimate Importer Certification Program, your complete path to financial freedom. It's an Amazon-based program that has the following benefits and features. We show you how to work from home part-time. It's an easy-to-follow system. It's step-by-step. There's no storefront necessary. You're going to learn how to do no money down strategies, make more time for yourself, gain more time, make more money, spend more time with loved ones, and gain financial freedom. And if you're wondering if you need this, I'm going to ask you the question, Who here answered not just one, but two of those things that they didn't know what to do? Or who answered all of them? Was there anyone on this webinar who didn't know the answer to all of those things, or clicked every box or needed help with every single one of those? Just type all of the above if this is something that you're a bit confused with, that maybe you needed some help with, and maybe this is something that you need help with, to guidance. Lisa says me, Di says me, Dylan says me, wonderful lot of, Seathon says me, Albert says me. Yeah, a lot of people are confused by this. And look, what's different about our program is this. You probably, if you're here now watching a webinar, you might have clicked on a YouTube link or a Facebook link or an Instagram link and found us. Look, you probably have noticed there might be one or two other people. Now, one thing I can say what's different about us is that we are real importers with real import experience. I didn't invent importing, nor did my dad, but my dad taught me, and so did my Uncle Julian. I've been in the game since 2001, and I am importing right now, and I have products on Amazon right now, and I am very excited, as I'm always finding new products to put on in my store, and my results are growing and growing and growing, okay? So I'm an importer and a teacher. A lot of people say, Brennan, why do you teach and why do you run webinars and seminars if you're making so much money importing? The short answer is I love this. I love importing, but I adore teaching people. And the thing is, I don't teach everyone. I only pick the easy people who are easy to work with. Just to be honest, right, there is a no douchebags policy at our workshops, right? And that's why we have an application process. If we talk to someone and that we feel they're ready and excited, we work with them. And I do this because it's a pleasure for me, because I pick the right people to work with. So if that's you, I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. But we help people produce immediate results, right? There's some people who want to sit down and wait for the Amazon opportunity to go, and there's some who are ready to go. We help you. We give you all the knowledge and skills and tools. We work with you personally. It's experiential. We go to the core of what it is you need help with. Not everyone's the same. It's a lot of fun, and the results of my program are guaranteed, okay? Wonderful. And here are the common myths about importing. And guys, just to remind you, the quiz is coming up in 15 minutes, right? After the quiz is the Q&A, and once the Q&A finishes, you guys are going to get a copy of my book, all right? The 7 Steps Importing from China, absolutely free. You don't have to pay the $47 because you stay till the end. So people don't import from China because of these myths. They think that they need too much. They think they need more money, or they think they need more time, or they don't have the time. They think they need to speak Chinese. Ni hao, that's pretty much all I know. They think that importing involves a lot of paperwork, or they don't have the staff to handle the goods, and they don't have a warehouse to handle the goods, and they don't know how to sell the goods. And that's a very common myth. And here's what I'm going to say is that every successful formula follows the blueprint. So here's the 7 steps to importing from China blueprint. That's, of course, included in the course. I'll tell you about that a little bit later. And here's Dave. He's an IT engineer. He writes bite-sized chunks, made it easy. I used to work full-time as a project manager for an IT company, earning good money, but you can always use more. I was so busy with my job, I originally waited a year before I started importing. I was also worried I didn't have enough knowledge. Thanks to Brendan's guidance, I didn't have to wait any longer. The way Brendan broke it into bite-sized chunks made it easy. He showed me step-by-step how to negotiate, how to receive the goods, and how to pay for them. Now I have a second stream of income. My girlfriend has started importing her swimwear and fashion accessories. I'm hoping to quit my job. I wish I started earlier. So step 1 is we follow a proven system. So model people like JB Hi-Fi, Bing Lee, Harvey Norman, where you buy cheap and sell online, but don't have a retail store. You want products that have a high margin, right? Not the ones that sell for 10, 20, 30% above your margin. High ticket costs. Don't import toothpicks and paper clips when you can sell bulkier items, right? Or bigger items that have a higher ticket cost. Right? And sell items that are in demand, not just on Amazon, but if you're selling on Amazon, sell it on eBay, right? Buy some Google AdWords to your Shopify store. Learn on Google Trends whether it's successful or not. We'll cover this more at the workshop. Also, what you want to do is you want to choose the right suppliers, right? You want to use websites like Alibaba, Made in China, global sources. But the other thing you want to do is use proven templates, because, look, I'm going to let you in a little secret. There are 2 prices that the factories give you in China. One is the Chinese price, and the other one is the Australian price. Now, let me ask you, which one do you want? Do you want the Chinese price, or do you want the Australian price? Go ahead, type that in. By the way, there's no prizes for this one, because if you haven't got this one or haven't figured this one, then you're probably in a lot of trouble. So which price do we want? Do we want to get the Chinese price, or do we want to get the Australian price? Go ahead and type that in. Of course, Lucas got it first, Chinese price. No, Aaron, it's not the Oz price. We want the Chinese price. We want the Chinese price, but we want the Australian quality. And we do that by removing the most expensive people who quote for us. So if you get 10 quotes, one's charging $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10. Eliminate the $9 and $10. And the other thing is you want to eliminate the $1 and $2 ones as well, because that will get you the shitty quality. Okay, and that's it. So next is some results. I purchased 100. Remember, I bought the 100 DVD players for 30, sold for 80. Right? Remember, Dan got this correct because I reinvested it. But what did I buy? Next thing I bought were pedometers. I bought 2,000 of them for $3.50. Sold them for $10. The total profit is $6.50 or $13,000. Have a look at that. Isn't that incredible? $13,000. But what did I buy next? The next thing I bought were these pocket bikes. Yeah, absolutely incredible. These are motorcycles. I bought them for $100, so $150, and sold them for $400. I made $25,000 profit off this item. Absolutely incredible, right? And you get your first order, you make a bit of money. Buy your second order 3 to 6 months in. You know, I made $13,000 by about 6 months, 7, 8, 9 months. I started earning some big money. And this is really, you'll see that some products will do great, some not so great. You'll have periods where things are going amazing, somewhere maybe you pick the wrong product. But as long as you reinvest in the good products and you cut out the bad products, right, then after that, you'll just have massive exponential growth. So step 3 is we negotiate with the factories without negotiating by using our proven templates. And we build a relationship. And I want to share with you a story about how to build relationships. So the way that I like to build relationships with factories is by giving the factories a gift. So I remember I bought a toy kangaroo from a souvenir store in Sydney. I went on an aeroplane to China and I gave the $30 kangaroo to the owner of the factory with a little bow and a smile. I said, "Hey, this is a present for your son." Not even for his son. It's a nice gesture. He picks up the kangaroo, says thank you, smiles, and then laughs. And laughs for 5 minutes. His eyes are popping out of his head. His belly laugh. I'm like, what's so funny? Check this out. It turned out that his brother-in-law actually owned the factory that manufactured the kangaroos. And like an idiot, I paid full retail price and shipped it back to the factory next to the one that it was created, right? You know, bit embarrassing, but the guy thought I was hilarious and I became his friend and his buddy. I got a really, really special price and my quality of my products went up. But I want to share with you one of the secrets that I usually use at my workshop. And one of my big aha moments was when I actually imported pocket bikes and motorcycles. And I needed to get my price reduced. So I was doing a $35 a day on eBay back before I was selling on Amazon. And that's $1,000 a month. That's a lot of motorcycles. Who would agree with that? $1,000 a month. I was paying $150. And I said to the factory, well, am I your biggest customer? They said, no, the American customer is the biggest customer. Well, how much are they doing? $10,000 a month. $10,000 a month. They said, well, can I get the price if I do the same as them? And they said, sure. How much is it? And they said, well, Mr. Brendan, if you buy 10,000 bikes a month, we will assemble for you. And we will buy from the actual 10,000 from the engine factory, 10,000 carburetors from the carburetor factory, 10,000 clutches from the clutch factory, and 20,000 tires from the other factory. And we'll charge you assembly margin. I said, great, how much? They said, well, Mr. Brendan, if you can do 10 times the quantity, we can sell you the bikes for half the price. Does anyone tell me what half of $150 is? Right? Any geniuses out there? $75 for a motorcycle. You put petrol in it, you turn the engine, and it goes at 20, 30 kilometers an hour. Absolutely incredible. Can I hear it? Who thinks that's cheap? If you think that's cheap and that's incredible, you could make a lot of money off that. Arun, Peter got it, Kate got it, Ellen got it. Say ka-ching if you think that is some serious money. But the thing was this, I couldn't do 10,000 a month. So I said, well, look, who is? It turned out the Americans are. I said, great. Well, look, let me ask you this. When the Americans have their goods ready, could you, instead of making 10,000 for them, when your production line's ready, make 11,000, right? And when the goods are ready, give them the 10,000 and shh, don't tell them about the other 1,000 because that's going to be from me. And I want you to charge me what you charge them. I want you to charge me $75. And I hear a voice on the other side of the phone. I'll never forget. The voice on the other side of the phone went, huh? And I hear this argument back and forth between the manager and the factory owner. And they came back to me. They were arguing. I don't know what they were saying. It sounded like they were swearing. I don't know what the swear words are, but you just know when they weren't happy. Anyway, the factory manager came to me and said, Brendan, you're my customer and my friend. And I talked to the manager, and I can't get you the bikes for $75. So I was very sad, but then he goes, but I've managed to get it for you for $80. Yes, so the price dropped from $150 down to $80, and I cornered the market using this amazing strategy, right, called piggybacking. Who thinks that's a cool strategy? Who thinks that's really cool and sexy that can help you get this? Angela says, cheap, cheap. Wonderful. Awesome. Veronica's got a question. Just write that in. Wonderful. And I'll show you how we can do that. Who likes that idea? Who would like to come to our workshop in Sydney and learn all the other strategies that we have to get cheap prices? Who would like to learn how we negotiate with the factory and how we get them to give us prices if we're Americans? Who thinks that would be interesting? Say me, or say yes, or say boot camp, but I'll tell you about that a bit later. Wonderful. Julie says, oh my God, love it. Tom says, I'm wonderful. Thanks, guys. A bit of flattery will get you everywhere. So we're up to step 4. So we place our order, we get a golden sample, we place the deposit of 30% up front, and then we have a contract with the factory, right? In our Financial Freedom Library, by the way, and you'll all get access to this for free when you apply and your application is accepted, this is a collection of all the forms and documents you need for a secure importing business. So I've included for you the China contracts, the email templates, the scripts, so you always know what to say. We charge $2,497 just for these in our library. We've done so since 2009. You will not have to pay a cent because you're on this webinar today if your application is accepted. So let's do a case study of 2 of my students. These are 2 Queenslanders who had a really cool product. They were buying these solar snake rodent repellers, and they were buying them and selling them for $55. But the problem was they were paying $45 before we showed them how to negotiate. And once we showed them how to talk like the Chinese talk, like Uncle Julian taught me, we got it down to $6.08, which is, and look at this, 800% profit. Who thinks that's awesome? Who would like to know? And this guy, by the way, was on eBay, right? But I'm showing this case study because I want you to think outside the Amazon box, because once I've helped you become successful with Amazon, you can have the product in stock sitting in Amazon's warehouse. You might as well use multiple delivery channels. Who thinks that's really awesome? An 800% profit. We're going to show you how to do that on Amazon as well as on eBay. So there's also a fast action bonus today. For those who apply today, this is my close friend, Casey Dean. He is an Amazon seller from America. And the reason why I bring an American to Australia and I fly him, and I'll tell you one thing, he doesn't fly economy, right? I pay for his flights. And the reason why I pay top dollar for his flights is because what happens in America on Amazon is going to happen in Australia. And it won't it won't take 6 months, won't take 9 months, but 12, 24, 36 months will happen. So you can either compete like an Australian in the Australian market or compete like an American in the American market and compete like an American in the Australian market. It's like being a piranha in a tank of goldfish. So here's your piranha. He won't eat you, but he'll show you how to eat the competition. So we fly in Casey. He's an Amazon expert from LA that will show you. And this bonus segment is available at the next Ultimate Live Event Bootcamp in Sydney. Now, you have to apply to come to this event, and we'll have to accept you, and we will be giving you a call in the next few days to go through a list of questions to see if you're suitable. Casey is confirmed for the next one. So now is the best time to apply, because if you miss out on Casey, we don't know if he's going to come to the one after that, then you won't have this fast action bonus that you need to apply today to get. Also, fast action bonus 2 is that I was in China recently and I recorded a very detailed explanation of the step-by-step system for importing and selling on Amazon. I call it the A to Z Formula's Ultimate Guide to Sourcing, Listing, and Optimizing a Product on Amazon. Sourcing means finding the product, listing means getting it up there, and optimizing means getting it up to the top of Amazon. We'll show you how to do that, and that's available in our home study series system, which will teach you the nuts and bolts of importing. Who thinks that would be awesome to get their hands on that? That's valued at $1997. Also yours free if your application is successful and we think you have what it takes to make this happen. This is Isaac. He writes turning over $15,000 every month. We started importing business for less than $1,000. If anyone's wondering how much it takes, some people I know have started with $1,000 whilst working full time. Originally, it's only a side thing for some extra cash. However, this quickly outgrew our primary breadwinner. Thanks to Brendan's team professionals, we're now turning over $15,000 every month and we're tracked to turn over 25 to 30 by the end of this year. We're also expected to finish up our full-time jobs thanks China import formula. So step 5 is we inspect for quality and ship. Everyone, just so you know, the quiz is coming very shortly, and then the Q&A. And after Q&A, you get your gift, you get your copy of the book. We get a sample of our finished order. To get good quality product, use our inspection team on the ground in China. This will cost you just a couple $100 per inspection, absolutely essential. But we'll also give you our customs agent to tell if the goods are legal, if the goods have a tariff, how to get around the tariff. And also, everyone who joins us will get access to our inner circle acceleration Rolodex. This is something that I don't always give out. I am going to be giving it away for those who apply today. So you're going to get to use the team that I use. My inspector team that go into my factories to inspect my products. My shipping agents based here in Australia that can ship your goods from China to Melbourne, to Sydney, to Perth, to Adelaide, to the USA, to New York, to LA. The customs agent will tell you if the goods are legal. Right, we've got the warehousing sorted for you as well, and the direct shipping. And my currency exchange broker will show you how to get your US dollars for less than 1%. You won't have to get screwed by the bank. Tom says pick me, Kim says pick me, Ben says pick me. I'll show you guys later how you can apply and how you can be part of it. The other thing is that I just want to mention is that the reason why we only accept 27 people in a webinar that has over 200 is that every single one of you gets coached, right? And the way you get coached is through our webinars, which we offer just like this webinar, but it's a Q&A webinar, which you get access to from a real importing coach. Because if you think about it, everyone who's successful at the highest level has had a coach. Michael Jordan had a coach. Tiger Woods had a coach. Even Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, had a coach. Even Oprah had a coach. And me, myself, had a coach. So because your success is our success, those who are successful with their applications will get their hand held through the process every month through the webinars, right? So you'll be assigned an importing coach for that training. Also, step 6, sell goods for massive profit. So we won't just show you how to sell on Amazon. We will then show you how to sell on eBay and how to use Shopify. Because look, if your goods are sitting on Amazon in the warehouse, Amazon will ship your products to anyone. It doesn't have to be an Amazon customer. They'll even deliver it to a Shopify customer, right? So you can run a store, a Shopify store parallel to Amazon store, not today, not tomorrow, but 3, 6, 9 months into the program, we'll show you how to do that. And we'll show you how to do drop shipping, buy solo at every price so you can celebrate and take a vacation. So we're going to do a quiz now. Have a look at this. So this is a full face snorkel. You guys need to tell me the price of the full face snorkel, right? So tell me what that is. So we're going to run a bit of a poll, right? So this is a snorkel. So what's the price of the snorkel? I'll load this up now. Go ahead. I'll give you 10 seconds, 9, 8, a few more seconds, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And most of you said $16, and the answer was 16 US dollars for this product. Awesome. One of my students is doing really awesome work with this product right now. I want to show you another product as well. So now we're going to move to this one, which is a drone. This is a product. I want to show you this because this is something that was really popular that I wouldn't actually recommend my students bring in now. And we help you with that as part of the process. So who thinks a drone's $60? Who thinks it's $45? Who thinks it's $30? Who thinks it's $22? I'll give you guys 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, okay. And $22 is what you guys said, and that was the right answer. And a guitar, what's the price of a guitar? You guys tell me what you think that is. I'm going to put that up here now. There you go. The guitar is, who thinks it's 65? Who thinks it's 45? Who thinks it's 27? Who thinks it's 12? Go ahead and do that now. I'll give you guys a few seconds. This water is delicious. If it is water, you don't know. It could be vodka. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And most of you said $12. The answer was $12. But listen, it'll cost you $20 by the time it gets to Amazon. But that's $200 if you go buy low, sell high. If you do that 7 times a week, 52 weeks a year, that's an extra $65,000 in your pocket. Whose life would be a little bit different with an extra $65,000 in your pocket? Go ahead, say me or say I, if that would be interesting for you. And of course, the pocket bikes. I bought for $300 and, as you know, sold for $80. So that's it. Step 7 is reinvest the profit. So that's the program, and that's what we do, and that's what we deliver day in, day out to our students. So how do we increase even further? Well, once you're successful on Amazon selling your products, You can then import guitar cases, music stands, amplifiers, electric straps, recording equipment. This is why we have a database. This is why we sell on eBay and Shopify, because once you have the customer, you can sell again and again and again. Here are some products I'm selling on Amazon right now, right? And I'll show you the results of them. So this one I sell for $17. This one cost me at $19. I sell for $19. I buy for $6. This cost me $20. I buy for $67, but I have to buy 6 of them. So it's $3.60. This cost me $6. I sell for $20. This costs me $8. I sell for $40. This one's not doing so well right now. We're going to discontinue it. This one's doing great, and these shower heads are killing it, and they're doing fantastic. So what's included in the program, Your Complete Path to Financial Freedom, is the home study system at $2,997, the Rolodex of all my contacts valued at $5,000, the Financial Freedom Library valued at $2,497. You get a coach for 12 months with access to the vault of every coaching session we've had the last 2 years, the certification. We're also going to give you a course on how to invent your passion, how to get an invention made in China, so you're the only one selling on Amazon. You get 2 tickets to our live workshop in Sydney coming up, and Casey's going to be there too. The work from home eBay Insider Soft Profit Secret, the ultimate guide for sourcing, listing, and optimizing product on Amazon for $2,000. 2 tickets to the masterclass with Casey, and the monthly Amazon business coaching will also answer your Amazon questions. Over $27 worth of value today. When you apply, if you're successful, it's $4,997. I just want to know you know what the value of it is and what the investment is. So what I want to do at this point is we're going to start a Q&A. But before we start the Q&A, I'm going to offer you guys something very, very successful. We've had a lot of success stories in our company over the last 10 years. You've seen from people today like Matt and Isaac and like Dave. But what I want to ask is, are you going to be the next Amazon success story, or are you going to let the boat pass by, right? You either take the fast track to China or the slow boat to China. It's totally up to you. And what I've seen is those who take action right now, when Amazon is upon us, right, the gold's on the ground. It's a gold rush. It is a land grab. And those who start now will get the result. Those who start in a year from now are going to be left behind. So action takers get rewarded. So for those of you who are action takers, you're going to get something very special from me today. I want to give you guys something incredibly valuable to reward you for staying to the end as well. And if you want to lead the importer's lifestyle, then this will be life-changing. So every single one of you who are here today that apply and are successful will get a private dinner with me. Okay? That'll be face-to-face. It'll be at a place that I absolutely love in Sydney. It's my favorite restaurant, which I personally eat at, which will be right in the heart of Sydney. And all of you would be able to sit down there. Who thinks that would be valuable to sit down face-to-face with me for dinner and be able to ask me any question you want? Who thinks that would be worth the sum of money to be able to sit down and ask? That was me with the eyebrow ring. That's not included, unfortunately, but the dinner is included. So during the Power Call application, we're only going to allow limited people to apply for this. Now, understand, in a webinar that has over 200 people, we can only take 27 of you. The reason why is that we have a limited number of people, of a few hundred in a whole year, right? In a club where we have a lot of people, because we want to have the right energy. Remember, there was a no douchebags policy. We want people who are excited, ready to go, and understand this opportunity is a gold rush and the gold's on the ground. So the 27 people are going to get a 60-minute application call personally with us, absolutely free. We're going to cover the perfect niche and how to turn your profit, your passion into a profit. More hot markets. If this is something that interests you and you want the personal call with us, right, now might be a time to show me that you want it. Say me, or say I, or say yes, or say application call, right? If you want this, let me know. Type it in there. More hot markets if you want the application call that are making money right now. How to get around any hurdle, from language barriers to legal issues, what it costs to be an Amazon seller, explain the nuts and bolts of importing. Wonderful. After this, guys, we're going to have a Q&A. Just to remember, we're going to have a Q&A, right? And then we're going to give you a prize for staying till the end, and we'll explain the nuts and bolts of importing. And you can give us any question you want. We'd love to be challenged by you, because we've done this for so long. We want you to make us work our best for you during that call. Now, it's not for everyone. It's only for those who really want the importer's lifestyle. It's obligation free, but we want to talk to you if you want it badly enough. You're going to pick a schedule and a time. We expect you to be there because we're going to be there for you. So our time's valuable. So once we set a time, please don't expect to move it. And it's going to be in the next 5 business days. Now, as I said, once we hit 27 appointments, I'm about to open up for 27 appointments very shortly. Get your fingers ready on your mouse if you want this, okay? And you need to have your partner on the call with us. So when you sit down with your partner, for the interview, and we will be interviewing you to see if you're a good fit for our program. And if we can get a result for you, we'll let you know. If we don't, we'll be honest with you and wish you all the best with love. But unfortunately, we can't work with everyone. But if you want your partner to come to the workshop for free in Sydney without paying another $1, you can if they're on the call, and only count if they're on the call. So what we're going to do, I'm going to open up in 5 seconds for that. And please, guys, grab your appointments. And that is going to pop up on your screen right now. So guys, grab the first 27 spots. Go ahead and do that now, and let me know if the link is working. If it doesn't work, I'm going to have to post another link. Sometimes the server crashes. That happens quite often because we have so many clicking on the offer at the same time. We apologize if the server crashes and you can't do this. So book your application call. It's an hour of power, right, with us to help you get that result and help you do this. If you're not successful, someone else, we're going to talk about that in a second. Remember to write your questions down, and we're going to do a Q&A. Okay, awesome. So I can see those applications coming in, people typing in, booking in their appointments. So what I'm going to do now is while we finish the webinar, okay, that's the end of it. So now what's going to happen is we're going to have the Q&A, and then in 5 minutes after Q&A, you're all going to get a copy of my book. Okay, just for staying to the end. That's going to be in 5 minutes from now. Okay, and then remember, guys, in 5 minutes from now, once I finish the Q&A, we were going to take the link down and close it, or the applications will be taken first, whichever one comes first. So what I'm going to do now is, guys, remember, I asked you to take the questions 1, 2, and 3 off on your piece of paper. Write them down and let me know that it's okay, right? That it works. Please let me know. If the link works okay. Can someone just test the link for me and tell me that it doesn't fall apart? That way I know it's working and I don't have a mutiny of my hands. Let me know that link is working for you. Here is the offer. Wonderful. Give me 1 second. Okay, awesome. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to test the application call link, and then write your questions in at the same time, so that I know everything works okay. All right, cool. So let's have a look at the questions. Please post your questions now in the little chat box, and I'm going to go through them one by one, okay? There we go. Wonderful. Now, sorry, guys, if your spot's been taken or the time that you want has been taken. We are severely limited just by us being a small thing. Okay, so I'm going to get that link and just post it here for you. Some people told me it doesn't work, so I'm going to make that link sticky for you. Right, so the link here is, 1 second, yeah, A to Z formula.com. So okay, yep, I'm just going to post it here and there, and then you can click on that link. So that should be it. Okay, awesome. Sorry, some people said it's not working. It's probably that we might have taken it, but look, if you're sitting down wherever you are in the world, you might be able to click and get it working. Okay, so let's get your questions in now so that I can do this for you and answer your questions in the order that I get them. All right, cool. All right, so question is, all right, let's go through. How do you deal with warranties, from Sabrina? Okay, great question. So the way I deal with warranties is, the first thing is, it's 3 steps. So the first thing I do is I make sure that I get a sample from the factory. If the sample is good quality, then I'm happy to go to for production. And then once the production's good and it's finished, I get an inspector. Now, after I get a sample, I'll pay 30% for the factory, and then I'll pay 70% to the factory after that. And that's how I do it. And then once I'm happy with the inspection, that's when I pay the 70%. Cool. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put that camera on me so you guys can see me. And me. Okay, cool. Now, Sabrina, if you ask the factory, they'll give you 2 to 3% spare parts. That's very common. So you ask the factory for 2 to 3 spare parts percent. So with the motorcycles, for example, I asked for extra clutches and brakes, so they knew it would be enough to handle it. So 2 to 3% spare parts. Just put that there. That's the way you do it. And then if a customer returns it, then you just get them to send the part that's broken in and ship out the replacement part. But remember, most things day and age today, we live in a consumer society. So not a lot of people will how do you put it? Not a lot of people will always claim that warranty, which is awesome. Guys, I can see that a lot of these appointments have been booked up. We're going to be taking the link down soon, so please make sure you jump in there as quickly as possible for this. What's next? Cool. All right, what's the next thing? The next question I have is Shireen says, how much time do we get with you? Look, I'm going to be there the whole weekend at the live workshop. I'm also going to be there the whole time at the dinner. And you guys will, you know, the first ones who's successful today will get that dinner with me. Does it cost anything for the appointment? No, Tom. It is a free appointment. It costs your time. So that is absolutely crucial. If I can't apply, can I get some assistance of some kind? Of course, you can apply, Georgia. You just, you know, you can always apply. We're going to give you a free hour of our time. What are your products so different? Showers, gardening glasses. It's not that they're so different, mate. I just went to China and I just found a bunch of things that were successful. And I looked on Alibaba and I found things. I did our 3-step test, which I'll tell you about on our call. And we ran that 3-step test. We found some things were more profitable than others. Okay. Am I coming to Perth? No, I'm not, Angela. I'm in Sydney. Look, the thing is this, the reason why is I'm not trying to be difficult or trying to say Sydney's better than Perth. All I'm saying is Casey is flying from Los Angeles, where people flying from WA and Victoria and New Zealand to be there. And for that reason, because we need it centrally located, it's just easier to run it in Sydney. So if you want to set up a business that could generate 6 figures, is that worth the $300 flight on Jetstar? Up to you. You can make that decision, not me. When is Amazon opening up to Aussie sellers? Amazon's upon us, guys. Just be aware of that. Are you going to Adelaide? No, just as I mentioned. Guys, please do type in your questions. I'm going to scroll up. How do you find what's hot? That's a great question. So, look, there's a 3-step test. One's margin, one's BSR, bestseller rating, and the third is competition. I generally like to just figure out what I'm interested in, what's exciting as well, and then have a look at Amazon top sellers as a source of it, and then go through our system for products. Are products made to Australian standards? If you ask the factory to, yes, then they can be. Awesome. Carry away product as a group so we get a better deal. Rahidka, the way it works is that we can show you how to get the great prices with low quantity using ready-made stock from places like you. You don't need the volumes anymore if you know where to look. All right. Julie says links works well. Andy says any seminars in Perth? No, you don't. Paul says, do I need to pay today? No money exchanges hands today, guys. Just to be clear, if you haven't clicked the link already and you're interested and there's still spots available, I'm not actually sure if they have all been taken. But if there are, no money exchanges hands. We talk to you. If we think it's not worthwhile for you or us, we'll just tell you. And we know someone's going to be a winner before based on, you know, where their mind's at and their state of readiness. And we know if you are ready, and we'll tell you. And if we are, then you can obviously pay the money if you can. What level of technical skills are required? Low-level computer skills. That's it. But a lot of enthusiasm. What determines what to buy and figure out and what's hot? We've just covered that. How do you deal with GST on the landing of goods? That's a great question, Peter. I'm not a qualified accountant. I'm not allowed to actually answer that. You'd have to ask an accountant. So I'm not going to give you financial advice, but if I were an accountant, I may advise that you pay 10% on the landed price. So for example, let's say that you imported $5,000 worth of goods. I'm just writing something down. Then you'd pay 500 GST, okay? Hypothetically, if an accountant told you that might happen, okay? 5,500 GST, right? And then you sell the goods for $10,000, okay? And then you pay 1,000 GST because that's if you sell for 11,000, right? You'll pay 1,000 GST. But because you've already paid the 500, you get that as a credit. So you have to top up. So as soon as it would come in that scenario, you'd pay 500, and then you'd pay another 500 in your quarterly BAS to top it up. That's what an accountant may tell you. I can't tell you that because I'm not an accountant. Cheers. So now you're probably thinking that this is water, but how do you know I didn't just put vodka in a water bottle? You don't. Is it hard to get your business known? No, not if you do what we do. Tom says, great question, Peter. Thanks, Tom. Aaron, if my product selling price is $3, will Amazon charge any extra? You don't sell a product on Amazon for $3. All products on Amazon must be above $19. The reason is Amazon charge a 15% fee, and they charge $4 for shipping. So it's got to be above $19 to work. Dan said, I don't understand Dan's question. Deborah says, do you use SEO? We use the SEO within Amazon for the products. Why Yiwu? Well, the reason why Yiwu is that Yiwu you can get low MOQs, which are minimal order quantities. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to give you guys away a copy of the book, and I'm going to take down the link very, very shortly, guys. So if you haven't booked your power call now, is the time. Tom says, I'm a handsome guy. Thank you very much. I try my best. All right, let me see what else is out there. John says, the link is not working for me, but I wish to apply. John, if you want to send an email to Elaine, she'll give you an email. And if we have any spots available, you'll be there. Otherwise, you'll be on a waiting list. Do we need to invest becoming a partner before we buy any products? You don't need to do anything. You just need to apply if you want to have a chat. Can we sign with Amazon, sell our product from home like eBay and not send product to Amazon warehouse? Yes, you can, but you're crazy not to send from Amazon because Amazon will do it cheaper than you can do it yourself because they've got the logistics. But Lane loves vodka. I love vodka too. Pardon me. Guys, we're going to wrap up in a couple of minutes, which is awesome. If you have any more questions, I will help you. Muhammad says, if you guys want product to sell, we can provide. Okay. Muhammad, you're not here to sell your products to my members, so I'm going to erase that comment. All right. Awesome. What else is there? All right. If you have any more questions, guys, please post them here. Otherwise, we're going to wrap up the webinar very, very shortly. What's going to happen here is if you've got a booking, we're going to be calling you in the next few business days, starting from tomorrow, to book you in for your application calls with us, which is super, super exciting. Get excited for that, which is going to be absolutely incredible. Awesome. What is next? Quite a lot of that. Wow, look at all those applications come in. That is pretty spectacular. Really excited about that. All right, awesome. So let's see what other questions we have. All right. Let's scroll down. Can we sell alcohol beverages on Amazon? Not really. That's quite difficult. Let me just scroll down. I missed a question. What is the sweet spot on pricing? Look, it's above $20 is really anything that you have margin on. There's no set sweet spot. My question, why would people fail at this in your experience? What's the main reason? Look, honestly, the people who fail at this are the ones who aren't hungry enough. The people who are comfortable. The people who, like, if you're sitting on a $10 million in the bank account, it's harder for you to succeed than someone who's sitting on 100,000 or 10,000. Because if you've got all that money, you're just not going to give a shit and do the work. Pardon my French, but that's really it. So it's really attitude, it's mindset, but it's also not having the right guidance. And I'm not just saying that to push our program, but it really is. Like, I'm successful in it. My dad was successful in it. Just have the right mentor and also the right mindset. And mainly it's just picking the wrong product, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, also, continue quality is the issue. Yeah, it is, Robert, but you need to have a good inspection team on the ground in China, which we'll give you as part of the program. Is Amazon bringing their own postage company? Amazon will do the postage for you. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys a copy of the book because you've waited. So every one of you will get oh, hang on. Let me put that one here. Free book. Okay, awesome. Guys, I've taken down the link button, but there's still options of clicking that link or typing that in yourself if you want one of the last power calls. There you go. Awesome. Guys, if you want a copy of the book, just click on that link. Grab your A to Z formula copy of your book at no charge because you've stayed to the end. This is my way of saying thank you to you. All right, so go ahead and do that now, and we will be very, very grateful for you, or grateful for you for being here. So this is the way that we are helping you. So go ahead and do that now. and get that book. And let's see if there's any other questions. So, what do you suggest buying products that are passionate about or following what's hot? Both, either or both. Can we sell globally? Yes, Amazon's global. So start in America and then sell in Australia and the UK as well. Other further costs such as ware hosting and Shopify, no, unless you want a Shopify store and you pay the $50 a month to Shopify. Amazon, by the way, charges you $40 a month. Do you follow up all the people who attend the seminars and track their success or otherwise? Not really. Those who are successful come to us asking for additional help. So, you know, anyone who's subscribed, done the work, done what we told them, has got the result, and we're generally still in contact. Is it really that easy? No, Robert, you've got to take your finger out of your ass and do the work. It's not a magical ATM that falls from the sky and generates money. Can I sell generic products? Yes, you can, but that's kind of a bit annoying. What if I'm sitting on a negative bank balance? Save up and then join when you're ready. How long does the course take? You can get up and running in 30 days from the workshop, but we support you for 12 months. You need a beer, Brendan. I don't, mate. I've put on so much weight this year. I'm not going to drink any damn beers. Is Advisor sell B2B products? Yes, you can. Sorry, Anna says the link's not working. Server error. It's what happens when you have 1,000 people booked for a webinar. Awesome. Cool. All right. Is the webinar posted on YouTube? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. What's a typical starting investment? About, you know, I'd say between 1 and 10,000 generally is what a lot of people will do. All right. Awesome. So let's see what questions we have. Are there any more questions here? And so I can help you with, let me know. I would like a copy of the book, please, Brendan. John, just click the link, mate. Like, you don't need to ask me for a copy of the book. Just click the link. It's there. You stay to the end. You don't need to ask. You've got the value. You've given the time. You get the result. It's that simple. What else? How barcoding works on Amazon. That's a good question, Aaron. So you go in your Seller Central account, and it will give you a set barcode that you put on your products. How do you get the customers? Amazon give you the customers. You just have to know how to market within their platform. More on that during your hour of power on the application call. Celia says, thank you. What's the make here to success? Attitude, Dan. You got the question right first, so you probably got the attitude. I'd like a copy of the book too. Guys, it's there. Click the link. Please don't say you want a copy of the book. Just grab it. I love you. You've done well. You've stayed till the end. Click the link. Grab the book. You don't need to ask. It's there. It's a buffet. Go grab it yourself. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Awesome. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 or 3 more questions, and then we're going to call it a day here at A to Z Formula. So you're going to remember to have your partner on the call when you have the call. That will be very, very important. We've got another minute or 2 here before I'm going to say goodnight to all of you beautiful, lovely people here that are watching it. Thanks for the compliment, Brendan. You're welcome. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. I'm going to wrap up now. Brett, I have a private nerve block on my phone. Can you ask them to ring me tomorrow on a problem that's not blocked? We don't call for private numbers. You're going to see probably an 02 number on your phone that's come from Sydney. We don't do the private number thing. We're a company. We're not a telemarketing firm. How do I do the application? I got the book. Cheers. There's an application link. I'll just post it here for you. Awesome. How does it take to start? Aaron says, what's your Amazon name so I can see your products? At the workshop, I'm going to show you my products. Okay, but you have to be a member and go through the application process to see. It's quite risky for me to give you my private products that I'm selling because you can copy me. But if you come to the workshop, you can copy me. Actually, you can't. I ask you not to, but I show you the products anyway. But I'm not going to just display that because you'll know what's successful and you just do the same thing as me. If you want to know, come to the workshop and I'll show you. Like, there's probably 23 products which we show on display right now out of all the products I import. And I actually show you what I import. Like, there's a whole table with a cloth on it, and the second day, ta-da, here are my products. Awesome. Is it possible to succeed without your course? Yes. Yes, you can, Dan. You don't have to buy my course to succeed. I didn't have a course. I had my Uncle Julian. It's just going to get you there faster. It's just like take the slow bird or the fast track. And what we offer is really a fast way of doing it. What's the website? I don't know what that means, what the website is. I've given you a link. Awesome. Okay. Cool. So let me just see if there's one more question, and I'll answer the last question, and then I'm going to say good night to all of you wonderful people. Awesome. All right, guys, good night from me. Did I do a good job? Did you enjoy the webinar? Do I get a thank you? Do I get an I love you? Did I get a you suck because I've spent an hour on watching an Amazon webinar and I don't want to import and sell on Amazon? Do I get a, I appreciate you for taking your time on your and helping us. Just let me know how I did. Did I do a good job? Do I do a crap job? Should I stop giving webinars? Should I do more? I'm just being me, helping you guys as much as I can. Mark said appreciate it. Irene says good night. Veronica says thanks for your time. Top bloke, thank you guys. I really appreciate that. So cool. All right. I don't need to drag this out any longer for you. I wish you guys all a pleasant night. So from the A to Z Formula team and Brent and Elias, just want to say thank you. Good luck on your application calls. TK says thank you. You're welcome, TK. Radhika says thank you. You're welcome. Seeing as I got the first dance code, the course half price. Dan, we sell the course for the exact same price to every single person. We're transparent because everyone's going to be in the same room learning the same thing. And if one person got it for X, one for Y, I have more headaches on my hands. So we keep it kosher. And if you can't afford it, wait till you can and come back. And if you can't even afford it and you want the call, take the call. Go ahead and have a chat with us, and we'll help you any way we can. Awesome. Thank you. Really want to join the speedboat team. I love you, Deb. That's the loveliest thing you could say. Awesome. All right, guys. So last chance to click on the link to register for your power call. Your application call. 10, 9, 8, 7. Here's one last copy of the link. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click the link. It's your last opportunity, and we're done. Okay. You're beautiful. Thank you guys for a wonderful hour of your time. Enjoy the book. Enjoy the free video series for those who snagged that. And from me and the team, I'm going to say thank you and bye for now. Good luck on your calls. Speak soon.